next job.
Right. Hello, everyone, and happy Tuesday, last day of November. We are here for inspiring professionals with intelligent nutrients, IN, and I am sharing this space today with one of our fabulous innovators and longtime friend of mine, Miss Lindsay Styck, who is one of our educators, and she has her beautiful model, Margaret, today. And we are focusing on some elegant upstyling for any occasion, but of course, right now we are in the thick of the holidays. So we thought it would be appropriate to share some inspiration around elegant upstyling because they're beautiful, because who doesn't want their hair, who's got long hair, unlike mine, in an elegant upstyle?
Fancy.
Feels fancy. So Lindsay, share with us what we're going to be focused on today. And thanks for being with me.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me on. This is really fun. And thank you so much to Margaret. She is a real live guest that I work with in the salon. And in fact, we just added this onto her appointment today. So what I wanted to share, one of the challenges I find in the salon is we talk about upstyling and we talk about elegant and holiday parties, but oftentimes guests don't schedule or take the time to do that. And so I wanted to show you a great way that maybe you could add on a 15, 20, or 30-minute upsell to any service to just tag it right on. So we did Margaret's cut and color earlier this morning, and then this is a pretty simple blowout. I'll walk through all of that. But then we're just going to tag this little updo on, something that can go from evening or daytime to evening, and also potentially even something you could show a guest and they could do themselves, or you could post on Instagram. So I thought that would be a really practical thing to share in this really busy time of year.
Yay. Okay, well, I'm going to let you get a little started here, and I'll certainly take over and talk about some products, but I want Des is Lindsay's otherwise known as name for years.
AKA.
Right, Des. So that's how I refer to her. So I want her to be the spotlight. You don't need necessarily to see me so much, but I'll talk for sure in a little while. But go ahead. It's all yours, Lindsay.
Well, I'm going to start by letting her hair down, so you're going to watch me do that. And I finished her in the salon, of course, with the Shine Bright mask. And Margaret, I'm going to have you reach up and touch your hair. So Margaret has a full curl. She has a full head of curls. And if you go on my Instagram, you can actually see her with a fully set shag. How does it feel?
It's so smooth.
It's incredible. And I don't know if you can see the richness. I can tell I've got lights on this, but the shine is just...
How did you prep her hair? Take us through, what did you all use?
So as I said, I used the Shine Bright mask at the end of her color. And I left that on for the full 3 minutes under a hot towel. And then Margaret's hair, because it's curly, is always a little bit on the drier side. So she can handle a lot of moisture, and in fact needs a lot of moisture. So we went back and then added the the Fortify Hair not scalp mask, the Fortify Hair
leave-in treatment.
Yes, leave-in treatment. So we added that and then sectioned her off, put in with each section some oh my gosh, I am drawing a blank today. I'm so sorry. Some Good Hair Guardian
thermal
Good
primer.
Hair Guardian. I'm so sorry. I don't know where my brain is right now.
That's okay.
Good Hair Guardian.
You're allowed to cheat because they're right behind you.
I know, they're right behind me. I can just look. Some Good Hair Guardian on each section, and then the Amplified Blowout Cream on each section. Combed that through, blew it out. So really, part of the process for this is the prep and making sure that you have ample amount applied to the hair. So then we just did this beautiful round brush set, and I pinned everything up. So this could really be, the final look if this is all you have time for. Let me get all of my pins out. And she could just go home with this, or you could take it out and just shake this, brush it. Go ahead and shake. Actually, why don't you flip and shake? Let's do a little flipping shake.
Oops, sorry.
Look at that.
Wow.
Figure moment. I want you to turn right.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
It's really stunning.
Is Margaret's density, does she have a lot of hair?
Very, very thick hair.
Oh, okay.
Very, very thick hair. She has very coarse hair. Getting this much suppleness and this much shine to her hair is really challenging. It's really, usually we get frizz. And do you still use a flat iron when you make your hair smooth at home?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, she has to use a flat iron. It's really hard. But this was no extra effort in the blow dry, just smaller sections. So I didn't take longer time. I did take 15 extra minutes because the sections were smaller. I didn't take an extra amount of time on each section.
Got it.
It was just a normal pre-dry, down in a downward motion to about 75% dry, and then pinned her up and took each section. So between the beautiful synergy between the Shine Bright mask and the Amplified Blowout Cream, it's like the hair is just melting into this beautiful straight sheen.
Nice.
So it was lovely.
Nice.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to work on her ponytail. So if you have some things you want to share.
So, well, tell us again what kind of style we're doing. Oh, you said it's going to be a low
bun. So I'm going to pull this all back.
Got it.
And then we're actually going to, all these phases are going to be beautiful. So you could stop at any point, which is what's so great. So like I just have the little ponytail in myself, but then we're going to pin it up into a knotted bun. So I'll walk through more what that is. Okay. And we're going to do this on the center part.
Okay.
That's
nice.
They say if it's a side part, you look like a millennial, which I don't think is good, or a boomer, whatever.
Okay. So you just stop me at any point. I'm going to chat about some products. So while I'll start actually with, well, first of all, because it's holiday time, and on our site, our website, we have focuses in our gift shop. So I just want to make sure people are aware of those, because, you have many people on your list, and as hairdressers or estheticians, massage therapists, whoever you have in your chair or in your treatment room, at your nail station, you have an opportunity to educate your guests, create awareness, because your client's always going to want to know what you're using on them to create that sensorial experience, to create that beautiful, luxurious feeling in their hair, or suppleness on their skin, or the glow in their skin, hands, etc. So, and for those as the client, they have lots of people who maybe they want to share beautiful things with. So I'll start actually with the Shine Bright Moisture Mask, and I'm just going to hold up a little bit here so you can see it. This is the newest product. So one of the partners, one of the little focuses bundles on our site is the Shine On, and that is two of our great products. So the Shine Bright Moisture Mask is the newest to our line of products here at Intelligent Nutrients. And the Shine Bright Moisture Mask is suited for any hair type, and it is designed to be that treatment mask that brings really deep conditioning, strength building, and moisture, and obviously shine to anyone's hair that is really needing, could be excessively dry, could be highly textured, could be heavily chemically processed, or someone who uses a lot of heat treatment in the hair. And so it is designed to be used weekly is probably a good place to start. Most people may or may not use it more than that, but you certainly can use it as needed. And some of the things that really some of the ingredients that really make this stand out as a superior, beautiful mask for the hair is our plant approach. One of them is our choice to do alternatives to silicones. So we use alkanes, And our alkanes are sourced from responsible, sustainable palm oil. And silicones are alternative to that, designed to bring a lot of shine, moisture to the hair. You're also going to have some beautiful marine plants called golden samphire, and they contain aspects to their composition called sterols or glucolipids. So they're bringing that beautiful oil moisture to the hair, creating nice cohesion and smoothness on the hair follicle itself. So smoothing that cuticle, therefore bringing a lot of shine. You're getting your strength building from a couple of other really cool plant ingredients, aspergillus ferment and arginine. And these also are plant alternatives to some synthetic ingredients that help to build strength and rebuild the bonds in the hair. And then, of course, just really the beautiful 99% certified organic essential oil blend of raspberry and mandarin, sandalwood, patchouli, and vanilla, bringing beautiful moisturization and brightness to the hair. I'm going to pause for a second, see where Des is at.
Okay. So I just went ahead and used, I have a ponytail technique where I use a rubber band. So I just went ahead and used that. There are a lot of different ways to do a ponytail. This is very loose. So one of the things that's so beautiful about getting the mask and the hair and then doing this really nice set is I have really great curvature and shape to the hair and really great shine. So all I'm really doing is kind of brushing, placing, and pinning. You can see there's a nice head shape there. So I'm just kind of sweeping this side back. And you can use as much or as little spray as you want. That's one of the things that I love about the Amplify Hairspray is that you can comb it. It's very flexible. So if you want to get kind of a smoother finish, you can. Or if you want to leave it a little bit more natural. You know, I know a lot of my guests, especially at holiday time, people don't want to look too overdone per se, you know. So I'm just kind of grabbing those sides and pinning those back and using some hairspray. So I'm going to turn you, can you fit?
And you find using the Pure Form hairspray really combable and manageable to, like brushable, I guess is the word I'm looking for. When you're using.
So as I put it on, like for Margaret's hair, I'm looking for that nice shiny finish, but not over. You know, people don't want to look like they have a helmet or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of grab and brush the hair into place. I add about 3 to 5 sprays of hairspray on. And then I'm just gently sweeping the hair back. Am I in the way? No, I am not.
Nope, I can see you. And I see that you held it, you know, good 10 inches away from the hair as a nice mist.
Yes. To not get it too, it's a wet spray, which is one of the things that I absolutely love about it, because you get really good control, but you don't have to have, you know, it can be more or less structured depending on how close or far you hold it to the hair. So I place the hair, drape the hair, comb the hairspray through to control those frizzies and get the hair in a nice sweeping motion just the way I want it. And then I'm going to twist and pin in the back here with my closed bobby pin, very important. And get that in there. And then that's it. So again, at this point, we could almost be done. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking for the back of the chair. I could maybe wrap a piece of hair around this and do another pin, and it could be just kind of the ponytail itself, right?
Can we see her from the front?
Yeah. I'm going to add a little spray to this front piece. You know, sisters, oh, I'm sorry, Margaret, you just sprayed your eye. Sisters, not twins for sure on these curtain bangs. I'm going to use you as my mirror, Marla.
Okay.
I'm going to turn you just a little bit. There we go. So I get my comb in there again. Now on this side where it's kind of popping, look how close I'm putting the bottle now. I'm about 1 inch away.
Got it.
I'm going to hold that and I'm going to let that dry. And if I needed to, if it was really being stubborn, I can just take, hold on, and add the dryer for about 10 seconds. And then voila.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, but we know you're not finished.
But we're not finished yet. And I have a piece of hair I can see, but I can't see. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So again, same technique, brushing, combing, placing. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna leave these little bits out. And we'll finish those maybe with some texturizing cream. Step away.
Pretty. Just even like that.
But, yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna start to think this is beautifully prepped. So I don't really need to do much here, but let's say someone had really, really dehydrated hair or fuzzy hair, or you couldn't control it, or your blow dry didn't go in that well. You can ribbon these tips as you go. You have a ton of options here. Mm-hmm. One option is a little bit of your tousled texture matte paste. Take a little bit of that, rub it on your hands, and then just kind of run it through. You can also do the exact same thing I just did with the hairspray, and you can ribbon with the hairspray. You spray the ends and then do a little comb or a brush.
Okay.
Or my favorite, I like very, very soft hair. I like to take the Fortify Hair leave-in treatment. It works beautifully to finish ends and add just a little bit more shine. So I've just tied a knot. I'm holding that knot with my pointer finger. I'm gonna stick my pin in and do a little weaving technique. Give another little pull, not too hard though. And then spray.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna take another long piece. Get some of my tousled texture cream in there. Take 2 more pieces, usually from either side.
Tying a knot.
Tying a knot. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it?
Can you just turn her to her left a little bit? Yeah, perfect. That's so cool.
And then my pin goes, I'm holding it right where my finger is. Mm-hmm. My pin goes through. Notice I haven't even like snipped this rubber band yet. I'll take care of that all at the end. I'm moving really slowly through this because we're chatting.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be done by now.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, for sure, because I'm making you, stop. That's so cool.
And as you go, you just kind of want to pay attention to your shape a little bit, whether you want it to be big or tight, or, some people don't want a bunch of pins in their hair. So you just do a few. And now I just take the ends and I do another knot here. I'm going to do one more up here because this guy's slipping a little bit. And then now you can see, you can keep going, or if you like what you have, you could stop at any point. I mean, how many knots you do really just kind of depends on how the hair is coming together. There's no real set answer. It goes without saying, you could obviously do this off to the side as well.
Yeah, I like that. That's pretty.
With Margaret's color too, it looks.
Yeah, you can see all the depth in it that you've created.
Exactly.
I think it would take me an eternity to grow my hair out. I don't think that'll be happening anytime soon. I don't have the patience anymore for that.
I think
I will imagine myself with long hair again.
we can get you some extensions, Marlo. We can do your pompadour in the front
Oh God,
and then a knot bun in the back, and it'll look so cute.
I bet.
Okay, I feel like we're kind of there. I feel one loose spot right here, so I'm going to go in and do a weave pin here. And I'm going to grab my scissors so that I can snip this. And hold on, I got to step off the camera. My scissors are right here. There we go. Don't want to use my nice shears to rubber band. I usually have another pair. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so now we're just going to go through. I'm going to look at her head on and see how I feel about these two sides. And like we already talked about with that hairspray, you can kind of comb back through anything that's not sitting exactly how you want it to sit. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
You're a trooper.
There we go.
It's so pretty.
Doesn't she look gorgeous?
Yeah. Very much so.
And then I'll finish with some spray up in the front. And for me, I always ask my guests, you know, like, do you want to add more hairspray? I mean, this hairspray is so buildable. If you want a really firm finish, you just layer a couple rounds. So I'll spray, clean up my station, and then maybe spray again. Or if they have it at home, they might kind of zhuzh it a little bit themselves, and then add a little bit more spray before they go out, you know? The one thing that I am going to do before we do one final coat of spray is I'm going to take, I feel like these are still a little bit fuzzy, so I'm going to show you my trick with my
Fortified hair leave-in treatment.
Yep. Can I get
Other
to
way.
the front? There we go.
Here we go.
There we go. It's hard for me to choose my favorite product, but that's the Dark Horse. Because nobody wants to call a mask their favorite product. But now that we have the Shine Bright, I don't know.
It's really remarkable, and I've been trying it, or using it as almost a very light leave-in conditioner as well on the days that it's so dry. Of course, here you're in the same Midwest area that I am, so we have zero moisture for the next 4 or 5 months. And so that dryness just is so apparent in everybody.
If I was leaving her hair natural, which oftentimes I do, I would have probably left that in the hair.
Sure.
Just done a diffuse. Okay, so you can see these are a little bit smoother, right? And
Can we see the back of the hair again?
Healthier. So I'm going to do one more spray.
Okay.
And I'm going to spin her.
So pretty.
Check for any, sometimes you get some really long, kind of crazy ones that you just kind of wrap back in. I always check, I'm using you, but I always check to make sure I've got nice shape. No one wants a flat head, so if I need a little bit more shape there, I'll just give a little pull. There we go.
Such a nice modern low bun. Fun.
Yeah, it doesn't look overly done. It almost looks like maybe she could have done it herself. And you could also put a brooch or something in the side.
Yeah, or even a beautiful flower or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Hooray.
And then
really lovely.
She's got her beautiful dress on. And of course, if I have a few extra minutes,
I think you should do a breathe-in moment with her right now.
I'm going to do a breathe-in moment, and I'm going to brighten up those eyes.
Okay. Ooh, yay.
I love eye gel.
The
That's
regenerative
my
eye gel.
Yes, because I feel like it dries nice and I feel very confident putting it over my makeup. It does
Oh.
not cause my makeup to run or anything like that as long as I let it sit and dry for a few moments. So we're going to take 1 pump of this.
Well, that's a lot. You could use
That
even,
is,
that's a
see how
lot.
much I have on my hands.
I know you could use you only need like a little sunflower. So the regenerative, while you're pressing that onto her skin very so lightly, she's got a little nice, the regenerative eye gel has our beautiful IntelliCell science in it. So it's focused on rebuilding elasticity and increasing moisture levels in the skin and hydration. The regenerative eye gel also focuses on the very cooling with cucumber seed in it, and it reduces puffiness, and it is very stimulating because it with the IntelliCell creating microcirculation, because that eye area is the thinnest skin on our body. It's the last area to receive blood. So getting that circulation in there helps to reduce the appearance of any discoloration or dark circles and really increases beautiful vibrancy in the eye area. So it's a perfect one to use as a lovely breathe-in moment. And it's very light, so you don't need a lot, really.
No, I just rubbed the rest of it on her hands, actually.
Nice. Good. Yay. Thank you so much. What a beautiful, elegant upstyle. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Des. And thank you, everyone, for being here with us. We appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you again shortly. We'll probably do one more elegant upstyling, just be right before the holidays. But we wish you a very less stress holiday, and you can have some beautiful breathe-in moments with Intelligent. And so we will see you all soon. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much, Marlo. Thanks for having us. Talk to you soon.
Yay. Thank you.